in you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world.
It is Destiny back with another video. So today we are talking about how I overcame adversity. We're going to go back in time. Now, if you watched my last few videos, you have seen me talk about my struggles, stage fright, things of that nature. And in there, I kind of like very gently mentioned that I did theater. Now, as I showed you guys in the first video, I always wanted to sing, right? So it would make sense for me to want to do musical theater, right? You sing and you act at the same time. It sounded like a great thing for me. And it wasn't. Now, I am very critically honest with myself. Like I mentioned in there, like in the first video, that I chose not to go down the singing route. And quite frankly, I didn't because I just wasn't the best at it. Like if I'm going to say this is what I'm going to do in life, I have to be the best. And I'm not the best at singing. Like singing is something for me that I have to really try, something I really have to get training on and learn. Like how theater normally works, well, in my class was like, if you never booked anything freshman, sophomore, junior year, your senior year is your time to shine. They're going to give you something, some type of speaking role. Guys, when I tell you from freshman to senior year, I didn't book anything at all. Like I was a duck one year in the background. The other year I was a dancer for the Sound of Music. I made it known that this was a profession that I wanted to do outside of just high school. And quite frankly, some of the students, and they were wonderful, but didn't have a passion to do this outside of high school theater. But I wanted to. My senior year, they were doing a play, a musical, right? And it was Bring It On, okay? Now, if you're not familiar with the musical Bring It On, it's really cute. The main character is basically one of the main characters is this black girl. I think her name is Danielle. I don't know. And I auditioned for her. But now, like I told y'all, she was a singing role. So quite frankly, I auditioned for her because I looked the part of Danielle, but I knew in the back of my mind, my vocals might not be up to par to book Danielle. I was okay with that. Let me tell you about this musical. They had a cheerleading team. Now, if you saw my last video, you saw that I have cheered from second grade all the way up to junior year. And junior year, I was the captain of my competition cheer team. So I have a lot of cheer experience. Like that's not acting, that's just real. I know how to cheer. And then there was a dancing team, right? Like I have been a dancer in the background for, like I told you guys, all the plays, all the musicals. So I've definitely danced before. I've been a future dancer on these plays and things. As they bring out the casting call sheet, I am not booked for the dance team, nor Danielle, nor am I booked for the cheer team. They booked me as an extra, as a background role where I'm just walking past the scenes. That's it. And I cried. Oh my God, I cried. I boo-hooed. And I just honestly felt like, you know what, maybe I'm not good at this. This can't be for me because I told you guys my kind of toxic thinking that I'm trying to get out of, that if I'm not the best or if I'm not even good enough to book something in my high school play, then this can't be for me. So I ended up sending an email to the teacher and it was very respectful, but I basically just told her that I could not accept that role, that for 4 years I haven't learned anything. I've made it very clear that this is a career I want, and I feel like I've been overlooked. I feel like I've never gotten the tools to get better. If they wanted me to get better, I would not participate. And so basically my acting teacher, my theater teacher, she sent it to the other, head people, like the chorus teacher and this other teacher named Mama Cook. I will name drop her. And so Mama Cook brought me aside and she had a very honest one-on-one chat with me. And at the same time that we were doing this play, we were also starting a senior showcase. And so she just asked me like, hey, are you still going to do that? And I was like, sure. And she was like, I can tell you're serious. I hear you. Here's what I'll do for you. You can, one, host the senior showcase. I'll allow you to host it with the other two people who are already hosting it. I'm going to throw you in there. And two, I'm going to give you a monologue to perform. I'm going to give you a chance to show off the acting skills that you've been dying to show off this whole time. And I did it. And I was so happy and so thankful that after I spoke up for myself and stood up for myself, somebody heard me enough and cared enough to allow me to show off my talent. So here's my tips, here's my advice. Never let somebody tell you or make you feel like you're not good enough, because you are. You might not be everyone's cup of tea, but you be your own cup of tea. But I just recommend that you just ignore the naysayers, believe in yourself and there will be people who believe in you along the way. Like, I feel like God always will put people in your path that will believe in you, will encourage you, will support you. And for me, I did have a teacher who saw deep in me and saw, okay, this girl's serious, she really wants to do this, and gave me these opportunities. And I just, think that will happen for you guys too. So I would just say, don't stop believing in yourself. So that is my little story time today. Next week we will be going into some other things, so stay tuned for my next video. Thank you guys so much for listening and joining me on this journey of just my little process through everything. And so like, comment, subscribe, share, do all these things. Thank you so much. Bye guys.